Today we'll talk about gratitude from a different point of view about gratitude and changing our perspective on trials. The way we see gratitude might be out of this world, however, it will open doors into living life more fully amidst trials. Quantum gratitude is being profoundly grateful in the now that we sever our attachment to any future outcomes. We find much joy here in the now with present circumstances and trials, that we aren't reliant on any future outcome to feel joyful. When we reframe things in our mind, our experience of things, events, situation, circumstances, and conditions changes. Let's ask ourselves this question right now. With what mind do we see people, situations, trials, and challenges that we face on a daily basis? Changing our inner perspective, we shift our outer experience. Gratitude is the frequency that creates a vibration in the quantum realm that the cosmos responds to, enabling us to access infinite possibilities and realities, bringing shifts into our present reality and transforming our situations and events. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, activating a sense of abundance and sufficiency. What else would we be grateful for except for the opportunity to see life's trials as a doorway that leads us out of the pain? The door that opens due to the choice we make to change our mind and to see trials from the lens of a higher self, not the ego. We are grateful for every living thing. We are grateful for every relationship. We are grateful for the world. We are grateful for the objects. We are grateful for the situations and events to which we project our perception. To see what we see from the lens of fear and survival as an opportunity to change our minds about it. We cannot live life more fully without first having a sense of gratitude for the lessons we learn from the tribulations we face. When people come into our lives who seem to bring out the very worst in ourselves, which is already within us, they seem to bring it out because we project our condition onto them. When we see them, and when we see it flashed across the screens of our lives, we realize that what we think we are upset about externally is simply an outside picture of the inward conditions of our decision-making mind, of our perceptual lens. When situations, events befall us, with what mind do we see them? When that trial comes, when that challenge comes, when we receive a mean comment from a comrade, with what mind do we see all that? Have we ever considered that we can be grateful for the harsh realities that we encounter in life? The true person we are grateful for is ourselves right now. Feel grateful for yourselves for all the challenges you face and the ability to make a choice to see them from a higher perspective. This is what today's presentation is all about. We are grateful for ourselves, for our right-minded self, for our decision-making self, for the choice to shift our mind. Clap for yourself wherever you are. We have to be deeply grateful for this attitude of gratitude that governs all reality in our working days. We've to learn to see everything as a classroom, which helps us change our minds, shift and change our thinking so that where we feel hopelessly despairing, where we sought out for relationships in our lives as a means of undoing the despair and emptiness, those feelings, those thoughts can be transformed to this feeling of gratitude for what the world can teach us. And what is it that the world is teaching us right now? That it is not the world that is the source of our pain or our unhappiness. It is our right or wrong minds causing suffering. It's not what we go through, it's not what we experience that causes us distress. It is the meaning, it is the interpretation we give it through the lens through which we see it that causes us distress. Because we have been mired in the ego's den of pain and suffering and death, the common feelings of hopelessness and despair. But all of a sudden, a ray of hope can come into our lives when we realize that what we see in the world is a game staged in the classroom of life, where we have come to choose to be gratitude and to send a ripple into the cosmos to appreciate what we are grateful for, raise our perceptual lens to see not that the despair that is around us and the hopelessness, but to see and to be a wave of gratitude, which is the highest vibration within, which we are able to look for the gift and gold in each and every trial. Have you ever imagined that you can look for the golden needle in a haystack of the situations and trials that you go through? Looking for the gift, looking for the call, and looking for the lesson in whatever it is that we go through. Because every trial and every challenge that we meet is a gift. Because within that gift, there is that lesson, there is that gold that we are here in the classroom of life to learn. All we need to do is to unwrap that covering that we most times perceive as hardship because we are operating from the system of fear and worry. But today we are learning to operate from the system of gratitude and to bring our trials and all the fears to meet gratitude to transmute our situations. It is helpful to practice gratefulness even when we are not feeling it, when it seems that things are not working out. And this can be incredibly energy shifting. We might be sick, unable to pay the bills, or someone we love has died. The car won't start. The crops did not germinate. There is a looming divorce. We have a child that is glued to cyber and drugs addiction. There is this business that is not breaking even after 2 years. A bank loan interest is accumulating. This land wrangle with a neighbor. A workplace that is no longer satisfying. Practicing gratitude is simply to notice all that. And if we cannot find gratitude in the trials that we go through, it's because we are actively hiding it. And this is resistance to whatever it is that we are going through. Every situation, in everything that we go through, there is something to feel grateful for. What we appreciate appreciates and grows. We do not have to wait for a greater life to feel grateful. We start feeling grateful when we will have a greater life. When we are grateful for the things that are ever there, gratitude becomes us. We become that gratitude. We embody that gratitude when we start feeling grateful, and we will have a greater life. There are things that are always there that we are rarely noticing. Right now, you are breathing. Your heart is beating. There is oxygen in your lungs. Your eyes can see. Your legs can move. Your ears can hear. You are healthy. It's extremely powerful to acknowledge the code that's in our lives right now, appreciating the aliveness and the beingness of the little things, the little wonders, the miracles of life, that life of our body, to feel that we are alive in our entire body right now. It's like the sky. The sky is always there, but we sometimes don't always notice it. When we notice what's always there, we learn that gratitude does not need to be linked with anything external, anything outside of us, like a job promotion, like a big paycheck. That is gratitude for what works, and it's like a grain of sand. So often in our lives, it's not until we are faced with real difficulty, challenge, war, an absence of something in our lives that we really start to appreciate and feel gratitude for those things we have had and for those things we did have. Even when we are in an unfortunate condition of feeling unwell, we might be in a place where we'll be well looked after. Can we not be grateful for that? It is surprising how many people don't acknowledge the good in our lives, and we only see the bad in our lives, and we are always complaining. Our feeling of well being doesn't have to be dependent on someone else or with somebody else who is less than us, somebody else who is suffering more, and we are feeling grateful because we are not suffering like the other is suffering. Gratitude is not comparing ourselves with others. That's a misconception of gratitude. So we cannot be gratitude for being better off than the other who is suffering. Gratitude is a lesson hard to learn for most of us who see ourselves as better off than others. And we try to be content because another seems to suffer more than us. How pitiful, how depreciating such thoughts are. We can't have love without gratitude. We can't be grateful to anyone for those. We can be grateful for everyone, even for those who taunt us, and for those who attack us, and for those who ignore us. Gratitude goes hand in hand with love. And where one is, the other has to be found. Gratitude is an aspect of the love, which is the source of all creation, and love can walk no road except the way of gratitude. All this is from the Course of Miracles. Gratitude goes hand in hand with love and forgiveness as a blessing magnet. As a blessing magnet, as a blessing magnet. Gratitude is a blessing magnet. Do we sometimes let ourselves be led into the trap of being grateful for being better off than others, for what we have, for our talents, for not being as unfortunate as others are? That kind of misconception is not love. Let's walk then in gratitude in the way of love. And we forgave without comparing. When our forgiveness is complete, we will have total gratitude. When our love is complete, we will have total gratitude. Love is the way we walk in gratitude, and love cannot be far behind a grateful heart and a thankful mind. Gratitude is a blessing magnet. Our gratitude naturally motivates us to seek more of what we are grateful for. Right now, what are you going through? Right now, what are you experiencing? The moment you begin to be grateful, even for the small thing that you are experiencing, it motivates us to seek more of what we are grateful for. The practice of gratitude, according to A Course in Miracles, is our learning on how to heal and be healed. When we give attention to gratitude, it is the essence of what we are in truth. We are gratitude itself. When attention seeks gratefulness, gratefulness will be found. And why is that? Because the mind that seeks gratitude is the mind that knows where gratitude is. In that breath, in that free oxygen. We as gratitude know we are not dwelling on what we haven't said, or what we haven't given, or what we haven't done. It is so much easier to be in relationship this way. Gratitude ends desires and results into the transmission of the trials that we are facing. Are we ready to live in the power of gratitude? Gratitude at its core is an emotion that influences our perception and interactions with the world. When we get to the neuroscience of gratitude, with gratitude, our brain has the ability to reorganize neural connections, create new pathways and new networks. Gratitude triggers a chain of chemical and electrical reactions in our brain, activating specific neurocircuitry. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions, and practicing gratitude can change the molecular structure of our brain. It can activate the prefrontal cortex for critical thinking. It releases toxic emotions. It activates the brain reward pathways so that we begin to see life differently and we get to focus on the positive sides of life. It activates the hypothalamus, the main control center of love, and keeps our body in a stable state called homeostasis. It wires and fires new neural connections, and the practice of gratitude helps the brain to be more sensitive and to the experiences of gratitude in future. As we look at our table of contents for today, subcontent number 1 is why should we be grateful? And that is the benefits of gratitude. Subtopic 2 is what quantum gratitude steps we can take to bend reality at the subatomic level of each cell of our body. Subtopic 3, the gratitude exercise in order to experience the true nature of reality. So why be grateful and what are the benefits of gratitude? We thank the Creator for the true nature of reality. No matter how dire our situation appears to be, the Creator is always holding open doors to get us out of the pain. We have been given everything, it's there for our taking. We are grateful for everyone. And we see the specific blessings in our lives as disclosures of generous reality. We have to be grateful for the inner progress that we make when we are able to see situations, people, and places with a new set of eyes. So, what are the benefits of gratitude? Because what we appreciate grows. Gratitude changes our relationships to what's going on. It helps with better decision making. It increases the quality of life. It helps us to have sleep-wake cycles that are better. It improves self-esteem. It creates the ability to be able to see situations from a different time lens. Subtopic 2, quantum gratitude steps and how gratitude bends reality at the subatomic level of each cell of our body. What is bending reality? Bending reality is a concept that refers to the idea of transcending or altering our perception of reality, allowing us to experience the world in a new and transformed way. So, what are the 5 steps to quantum gratitude? And this is how gratitude bends our reality at the subatomic level. Number 1, the observer effect and gratitude. In quantum physics, the observer effect assumes that the mere act of observation can change the outcome of something that we are observing. And translating this to gratitude, when we observe our lives with the lens of thankfulness, we alter our reality, focusing our consciousness on positive outcomes. And through this focus, potentially, we bring more positive experiences into our lives due to a shift in our perception and actions. Second, the entanglement and emotional connections. Quantum entanglement suggests that particles can become related, and each particle will know what is happening with the other particle. So similarly, gratitude can create a deep emotional entanglement between people, between me and my child, between you and your spouse, between the other and their work colleague, where the positive feelings and outcomes of one individual can positively affect those around them, creating a network of positive energy and outcomes. Number 3, quantum superposition and potentialities. Superposition implies that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. So until observed, gratitude can be seen as a mental and emotional state where we appreciate the multiplicity of potential positive outcomes available to us, encouraging a mindset open to numerous possibilities and infinite potentials. And by choosing gratitude, we collapse those possibilities into a reality that reflects our positive outlook. Number 4, energy and vibration. Quantum physics shows us that everything is energy and all energy vibrates at different frequencies. Emotions, including gratitude, are also energy and can be thought of as vibrating at certain frequencies. Gratitude is often associated with higher vibrational states, can thus influence our energy and the energy around us, potentially attracting experiences that resonate with those higher frequencies. Step number 5, manifesting harmony. Just as the quantum coherence orchestrates particles in synchronized harmony, gratitude also harmonizes our thoughts, our emotions, aligning our inner world with our outer reality to manifest a life of peace, a life of connection, a life of purpose. As we end our presentation today, we are going to get into the practice of gratitude and how we can do it and when we can do it. How do we practice gratitude? Do we focus on what we want rather than what we fear or wish to avoid? Look into yourself right now. What do you find yourself focusing on most of the time? Are you focusing on what you want, or are you focusing on what you fear or what you wish to avoid? Because our mind has the natural tendency to focus on problems and threats due to the instinct to survive. And the subconscious mind reprogramming for thrival is one of the most powerful tools. During sleep, the mind enters a heightened state of receptivity. Deeply ingrained patterns are accessed and reprogrammed during sleep by planting seeds of a new reality with visualization and gratitude. The brain, no longer analyzing, judging information, when we are in alpha, becomes a portal to the subconscious mind. So before you went to sleep last night, what seeds did you already have in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind? Because our subconscious mind is the doorway to our reality. Did I go to bed with fear? Did I go to bed worrying how the festive season is going to be? Those seeds of doubt are only going to manifest more situations and events and people that are going to cause us more doubt. So we have to be able to reprogram our subconscious mind before we go to sleep by setting a particular intention, because the practice of gratitude will be the fuel to that intention. And during sleeping, the brain strengthens the neural connections, and sleep is a chance for intentional creation. Each time you are in bed, take it that you are in a laboratory to experiment and to experience how you surrender to sleep with intention and gratitude to reprogram your subconscious mind with seeds that are going to give us the reality that we want. And in the morning when we wake up, the brain is still in slower brain waves, making this important for our mind to be flooded with good thoughts that are going to set the trend for the rest of the day, so that we can start our day on a high frequency of gratitude. And we can slowly say to ourselves, today I choose to find reasons to be grateful in each and every moment. And this intention has an impact on how the brain will operate. You can visualize yourself handling commitments, interacting with people, completing tasks with confidence, joy, love, calm, and you are in control. Because beginning the day grateful for what we already have sends a signal that we are already aligned with abundance. And we have to feel that gratitude genuinely in each cell of our body to allow it to fill our body, that has a role of maintaining a high frequency, especially in the morning. Now we are entering our inner palace and becoming a powerful tool to experience the true nature of reality with gratitude. Let us disconnect from the external environment. When we are in this internal environment, our mind will no longer be reacting to trials. In this inner palace, we'll be able to feel gratitude intensely in our hearts. And our body will be able to release chemicals that amplify this gratitude. The serotonin, the oxytocin, the dopamine, affecting our electromagnetic field around the heart to become more coherent, forming a wave that sends signals to the cosmos, creating an opportunity to co-partner with the higher frequencies of the cosmos to see trials from a higher perspective. When we feel the need for the triumph that's not yet manifested physically, we create coherence between the body and our intention. And we are telling the cosmos that we trust it already and that what we are praying for is already ours. And this vibration of trust is extremely magnetic and has the power to transmute trials. This isn't about ignoring our trials or pretending they don't exist. We are shifting our focus from limitation to possibilities. In the now, we tap into the quantum field where all possibilities exist, accessing a level of conscious transcending of the usual limitation. So, wherever you are right now, close your eyes and get comfortable. Let your body relax itself as you get into the alpha relaxation state. Imagine climbing down a set of stairs until you are standing at the entrance of a beautiful palace where everything is still and silent and calm. Enter into this magnificent palace that is vibrating with love, that is vibrating with joy, that is vibrating with peace. Feel loved, feel safe, feel protected, and feel sheltered within this inner palace. Feel your gratitude for this moment and say thank you 3 times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This moment of gratitude is your best window into the nature of reality. Behind challenging appearances and trials in the outer world, this is what is truly real. The inner world is more real than the outer world of trials and tribulations. Right now, feel yourself vibrating in the energy of gratitude. Touch your heart and feel your heart beating with gratitude. Every trial in the outer world is being guided, it is being monitored, it is being mentored by the inner guide that is beating right now in your heartbeat. You might be in this very moment in the outer world facing a brick wall. Whatever your brick wall might be at this very moment, pause and get into the inner, still, silent palace. It gives a chance when you pause to your inner guide that is vibrating in your heart right now to come closer to you, to arrive in your electromagnetic field, to arrive in your aura energy field. Feel your inner guide right now vibrating within you. Your inner guide right now has an opportunity in that moment to transmit to you a feeling of you are not alone. Something bigger than the moment of challenge you're facing. You are not alone. Something within you is bigger than the moment of challenge or trial that you are going through right now. The external reality may seem out of control, but your inner guide beating within you right now in the pulse of your heart is edging closer to you, and he is telling you or she is telling you that you are not alone. They are with you. And something within you is bigger than the moment of challenge that you might be facing right now. With our inner guide closer to us, there is an opportunity of opening our perceptual lens to see a higher perspective of the trial. There is a quick shift of perspective where we can now see the challenge as something a little more than this physical reality. Not because something physically has changed, but because deep down we change the way we see and how we interact with the trial we are going through. And when that happens, we relax about the challenge and we do not take it so seriously. It is here today, tomorrow it is gone. Why focus on what is changing all the time? And why let that which is changing steal the peace that we are meant to experience? When this happens, when we get that realization, understanding, we will not be panicking and we will not be looking at it with the logical mind. Right now, you have shifted higher as you enter the place of stillness and silence. You are seeing the situation with divine eyes. You are sailing through the battle with unconditional self acceptance, remaining the same no matter what is happening around you, remaining the same whether you are hungry or full, remaining the same whether you have or you do not have. This is what radical unconditional self acceptance is all about. Say to yourself, I remain the same no matter what it is I am facing. I remain whole. I remain complete. I remain love. I remain joy, no matter what it is that is happening at the top of my head. Deep within the core of my heart, I am still, I am silent, I am whole, I am complete, I am safe. Nothing can shake me. Greater is He who is vibrating within me right now than the turmoil out there in the world. In the still silent place, we are able to achieve our inner tranquility. I hope this presentation has been beneficial for you, and especially as we go into these festivities, there might be a lot of challenges that we might experience. But remember, you are whole, you are complete, you are love, you are triumphant. Nothing can scare you, nothing can shake you. All is well. Namaste. Have a blessed festive season. Wishing you a prosperous new year of 2025. See you there in 2025. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.